Okay, literally, I'm not kidding. One Piece, by the way, we just did like a 30-second recording where Thurman was like, all right, we starting 3, 2, 1, what? And then he just, nothing. And I was like, okay. And I started recording. I have the recording.
Keep it. Keep it.
God.
Bloopers. Okay, so.
They did Oden dirty.
That was fucking weird.
They did Oden dirty, Thurman.
Okay, so, bro. I don't want to hear shit from anyone. Odin would have won.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hashtag, Bernie would have won. Hashtag Oden would have won. Get that trending, please.
Odin would have won. Okay? Matter of fact, fuck it. As we speak.
I'm glad you say that because motherfuckers, up until now, even me, I was like, oh, it was probably like a really high diff thing and he barely got a scratch on Kaido. No! This motherfucker, literally, he just couldn't get to Kaido. Kaido kept fucking Boro-breathing him back. And then finally he got to Kaido, immediately cut him down, and then was going up for the kill shot, and then they tricked him out of it. So Oden was more powerful than Kaido. Like, I'm sorry.
As we speak, I'm going on Twitter right now during this review, starting that hashtag, Oden should have won.
All right, I'm retweeting it. I got
it. I know. Should I say Oden should have won or Oden got hoed? Which one?
Oden should have won. Or Oden could have won.
Oh, Oden. Hashtag Oden could have won.
Or maybe should have? What do you think's better? Should have or could have?
I'm thinking like either Oden got hoed or something, because that makes more sense, right? That's very control chaos of us, right?
You're the hose mad one.
He's mad. Okay, Oden got hoed.
I'll retweet it.
Okay, Oden got hoed.
Meanwhile, I'll just get up hose mad real quick.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting up hose mad.
Hose mad.
Tell David to go on Twitter with the controlled chaos and retweet that. Oden got hoed. Start the fucking hashtag.
David's the fucking social media runner, so I'll have him retweet it. But I'll retweet it from mine for sure.
Yes, dude. All right, it's posted. Oden got hoed.
How many followers you got on Twitter, by the way?
Let me check, actually.
I want to know who wins between me and you.
I have 87 followers.
Oh, 103. Eat my dick.
Okay, because you follow fucking politicians who are, cut up.
Oden got hoed, and we'd be mad about it. Bro, I'm going to retweet it, but no one that follows me will understand. I have, real-life politicians that follow me on Twitter. I'm doing it. It's retweeted.
Yes. Who's bad? Start the hashtag. Did you do hashtag?
Oh, okay. I guess I'll hold on.
No, so you have to
retweet with a comment.
Yeah, retweet with a comment.
God damn it! All right, hold on.
Bro, come on. This is your time to shine. So retweet that shit.
Unretweeting it and then retweeting it with a comment. Your hashtag skills are shitty. You really should have made it easier to read.
Fine, bitch. How do you want me to do it then?
Oh, I got you. Hold up. Oden. I'm going to do my own hashtag. Fuck your hashtag.
No, fuck you. Don't look at him. Look at him. Like always. Oden got hoed.
All right, here. There's mine. That's how you do a hashtag, by the way. You fucking put the capitals so that people can read it. Yours is just a bunch of letters.
Okay, then let me edit my shit then.
You can't edit tweets. I already retweeted it. Leave it alone.
Yeah, Oden got hoed.
You can see. Look, that is good because it shows our personality difference. You got Oden got hoed. I got Oden should have won and spelled correctly.
All right, bro. Where's David? David, get your ass.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay, David, I'm sending him a voicemail right now. David, this is in the One Piece review. You gotta get on this hashtag. Oden got hoed. He doesn't even read One Piece. Oden should have won. It's like Bernie should have won, but Oden. You gotta hashtag it. You gotta retweet it from Controlled Chaos. It's important.
David, I need you, my friend, to go in. Yeah. Go on the Control Chaos. Yep. Go to Control Chaos. Fucking type it. Start the fucking hashtag. Oden got hoed. Oden should have won.
Yep.
Boom.
Those are the two. Okay. And he's seeing the message too. Okay, that was beautiful. Seriously though, like, this man was running up to decapitate this dragon. Like, that's crazy. God, the little butterfly effect, man. That literally, that old woman with the clone fruit just escalated herself to like top bitch right now.
No, oh man, she has to go. She has to go.
I mean, we don't see her. Notice they were always around Oden, or they were always around Orochi. Present day, they're not. I have a feeling they probably just died of old age.
Yes.
Which is a crime that they were able to live their entire life.
Desecrate their graves.
Oh yeah, that's what we could do.
Just piss on their graves. Just pee on it.
David responded with what ... even ... is ... this ...
Tell him to go on Twitter and look at us.
Yeah. Just go ahead. I got a voice memo. Tell him.
David, we need you to go on Twitter, Control Chaos, retweet these tweets that we have. Oden Got Hoed, hashtag Oden Got Hoed, hashtag Oden Should've Won. Do it. Get Control Chaos out there.
You don't gotta know. It's for One Piece. It's for the sanctity of Oden.
And you know what's great about it too is that now, since we're using the official translation, the people in Japan can't get mad. Let's read the same chapter they read.
Oh, hold on. David has a voice memo response.
My dude, why?
Yes.
Fine.
Yes. Yeah. Tell him to be over-exaggerate that shit. He doesn't even read One Piece.
That's how you know how badly he got hoed. We're getting non-One Piece readers to tweet this shit out.
Look at Oden. This man has blood from his fucking mouth. Like, look at him. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that shit's crazy. Oh. Oh man. Okay, David said he's gonna do it after he beats the boss he's on. Wow.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite openings. That might be channel trailer worthy.
Yes, that is.
Okay, so
timestamp right now, bitch.
What do you want to talk about now, sir?
So, prior to this actually chapter was pretty short for One Piece. So, we're basically reaching endgame of flashback now. So, they're gonna get so it's crazy because I thought it was just Oden that was gonna get bored. No, all of them were going to be bored.
All of them were sentenced to do it, but like obviously, as we know, the rest of them escaped somehow. And what we have seen already too, we've seen bits and pieces of this flashback, as Oda likes to do. We saw that they ended up, like the Kaido pirates or Orochi, ended up just burning down their house, essentially, their mansion. And then, obviously, that's when Toki sent Momo and the rest of the scabbards like forward in time. So it seems like what we know is apparently the scabbards at some point somehow probably get freed. Maybe Oden frees them and says, go to my wife and kids, make sure they're okay, something like that.
Mm-hmm. So we know Shinobi's here.
Shinobu when she was looking fine.
She was looking fine until she's not. Now I don't hate her as much for dissing on my boy Law because it makes sense. So
it makes sense why she'd be so paranoid, I guess, because all this shit happened to her.
Yeah. So Shinobu, you get a pass for disrespecting my boy Law, but don't do it again. Okay, Law.
Well, also, it's interesting that you bring that up too, because obviously, her whole thing was fuck your crew. They're probably telling him everything right now, rah. But like now I'm seeing this. We see that when Oden went, his plan was just to sneak in to Kaido's mansion and just like slit his throat essentially while he was sleeping. But what ends up happening here is Kaido's like, ha! Nah, we knew everything. And then he's like, how? I was like, I don't know, maybe I got a spy. Crazy, right? So like, even back then they had a traitor, and I think that's probably where Shinobu's fucking paranoia comes, because it could be argued that if it wasn't for that traitor, Oden probably just would have slipped in, slit the fucker's throat, and been done with it, Because we now see how easily, he basically just went in, cut this fuck, and if it wasn't for the trick, he would have had him. So, I have to think that if they didn't have the spy, he probably could have had it.
So, basically, this was unfortunate. It was just a, It was just bad timing, basically. It was just they had a lot of things in there. Like they had the strength, but it was just like there's too many things against him, right? Because like
the numbers, the spy,
yeah,
and
even Kaido said like if you had just went in like the first day, you would have won. Like
that shit's crazy, man. Like I love that like mentality that these villains have sometimes, where it's like, you see. The stories we heard of Oden. Because remember back to the beginning of this flashback, Oden was fucking crazy. He didn't give a shit. He went and attacked the mafia when they weren't letting them have their bitches. I want your bitches. I get all the bitches. You get 0 bitches. If you have a problem with that, I'm going to kill you. Like, that was the Oden that Kaido heard tales of. Like, this guy, when he comes back, he's just going to fucking run at me and kill me. But the irony here is that traveling with Roger and Whitebeard chilled him the fuck out, made him mature. And the weird irony is, if he was still that crazy fuck from the past, he probably would have won. But I think Oden looks at it like, yeah, because he says here, I don't regret my decisions of the past. So I think that he looks at it like, yeah, you're probably right, I would have won. But at the same time, I can't look back and regret that I wish I was more immature, because sure, there's negatives to the fact that I'm more mature, but there's also positives. People respected me more, but then I don't know. So I think he's made peace with that. I like that he's not allowing himself to dwell on the past, and he's like, no, I'm here to talk about the future, bitch.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. Even when Kaido says that, oh shit, Kaido literally said that when you came back, if you had joined First World, that's why they got rid of this man. That's why they got rid of him, because that was a huge asset to Wano. If Oden left that castle, he was like, fuck the deal. Here, girl, and fucking what's his name? Gather up your samurai and yakuza and let's get this bitch. Kaido literally basically just confirmed that they would have lost.
Yeah, I mean, let me see the exact words. He basically says, we would have had fewer numbers and it would have been a difficult battle. Especially if you lived up to your fearsome reputation. Yeah.
And then he says, instead you chose a method that would not hurt anyone. Newgate and Roger were like that too. Mighty powers, but soft from their own way. You had 2 powers that can fuck you over, Kaido. I love you, buddy, but you're an asshole in this flashback.
Well, see, Kaido's one of those fucks that his whole thing seems to be like, they're very powerful people that could arguably beat me. But the difference is they're soft. They play by the rules. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I'll beat you by fucking you over.
Yeah, and that's what he did.
Also, I wonder if this is before Kaido's wish to die. Like, his suicide wish? His death wish? Because, one would think, all right, just kill me. Sweet, finally. You know what I mean? It seems like he doesn't have that going on right now.
I can only assume Orochi probably promised him, if you help me, I can find ways that something that can kill you or something.
Maybe, but that seems weird. Like, if he wanted to die, I feel like he probably could have just let Oden kill him here.
I don't even know where that wanted to die wish came from Kaido. I hope that gets explained in this arc.
Obviously. But I'm thinking that may have come later in his life. Like, I don't think he was always like that. I think maybe he's just grown so bored. He strikes me as someone who's like, I'm bored, and, I'd rather, instead of dying from, old age, something boring like that, I want to go out in a big-ass war, so let's make a big-ass war, is essentially the vibe I got.
I can actually see that. I can see that shit. I can definitely see that shit. So, quick question here. So, page 11, is that a queen right there?
Oh, yeah, it's Queen and King are the ones fighting a lot of the scabbards.
Yeah.
Yep, so on the upper right, that's Queen, and on the upper left, that's King.
So Raizo and
Denjiro fought Queen, and then oh wait, no, not Raizo. That's Denjiro and who's the fucking paintbrush guy? Kanjiro. It's Kanjiro and Denjiro over there fighting Queen, and Raizo's fighting King.
Yeah, so I mean, shit.
I mean, they got fucked up clearly.
Yeah, gotta get the scabbards some credit. They're holding their own.
Yeah. I mean, they were sweeping through the fucking scrubs, but obviously Queen and King are on a whole nother level. Also, I think it's interesting to compare Luffy and Oden, because we can, people like to power scale Luffy, right? And obviously, Luffy is, I still place him around, at this point, he's what's the word I'm looking for here? He's a Yonko commander level. I still think, if he and Katakuri fought right now, I still think Katakuri would win in a fight that didn't involve Katakuri fucking stabbing himself. I put Luffy at, low Yonko commander level. So, like, for example, let's go Big Mom. Big Mom has Katakuri, Sparrow, Smoothie, and Snack, right? I feel like Luffy is at, like, somewhere between Cracker. Oh, Sparrow wasn't. Yeah, I meant Cracker. Either way, somewhere between Cracker and Katakuri. Like, he can beat Cracker, but I don't think he can beat Katakuri yet. So he's like a mid-tier Yonko commander is how I see this. Like, Jack right now, I think Luffy versus Jack, I think it'd be a high diff battle, but I think he would beat Jack.
Mm-hmm.
But Luffy versus Queen or King, I mean, we saw him try to punch Queen, and Queen was like, get the fuck out of here. But that, to be fair, he was in the shackles, so he couldn't do, like, hockey or anything. But I see, like I said, that's around where I put Luffy, is like Yonko commander, but not like a high Yonko commander. Like, he's not beaten King yet, and he's not beaten Katakuri yet in a fair fight. So the reason I bring this up is because we can kind of compare a direct thing that happened to both Luffy and Oden, because Luffy got hit by Kaido's club, one hit, knocked out. Oden got hit by Kaido's club. He's fucked up. He's still conscious. I thought that was an interesting comparison.
Yeah. Took him a minute.
No, I mean, but like, he's up. Like, here, no, look. I mean, he gets hit by that club, and he's up. There's no taking a minute. He's like, it's just boom, and then he gets hit by the club, and immediately he's bleeding with it, like, but he's like holding himself up with his arms. Luffy is just out.
That's still taking a minute, my nigga. He's still not getting up.
No, I'm not talking about getting up. I'm talking about the difference between conscious and unconscious. Luffy was unconscious.
Yeah, Luffy was unconscious. But
by saying take him a minute, it's implying that Kaido or Oden was unconscious and then regained his consciousness. It looks like he just went down to, like he got hit and he was like, he caught himself with his arms, like, ugh! Yeah, that's how I take it.
I took that way different.
You think, oh yeah? So you think that they Kaido got up, hit him with the club, and then they just stood there and watched his unconscious body for a minute, waiting for him to get up.
No. Oh, here he goes.
It's just obvious. Like, I'm telling you, he didn't go unconscious from this. And that's an interesting difference between Luffy and Kaido, or Luffy and Orochi. I put Orochi at, like, low Yonko level. Like there's an interesting different. Like I said, like, Luffy is somewhere in, like, mid Yonko commander level, whereas, like, Oden is somewhere between high Yonko commander level and, like, low Yonko. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't argue that at all.
Yeah. No, you were just arguing dumb shit, and I fucking put you in your place.
No. You didn't do anything.
It's okay.
Sit down.
People that are in their place can't tell they've been put in their place.
I guess, if you want to be, if you think, oof.
Hey, check your mailbox, because I just mailed you an L.
I'm Kaido, and you're Luffy. You thought you was doing damage to me? But all you do is just swing one club and you're going down. So
see, if I ever visit your house, I'm going to print out a bunch of L's, like big L's, and then I'm going to hide them around your room so that, like, throughout the course of, like, whenever we're filming a video, I'll be like, hey, check in, like, your third drawer down on the left corner. There's that L.
It's funny that you think you handed me L's, but, you still think Usopp.
No, I would literally be handing you, like, I would have been hiding the L's if I ever visit your house, is what I'm saying.
So basically what you're saying is that you're basically handing L's to yourself.
Bro.
Because I always hand you L's. Anyway, as I was saying,
oh my God, it's so funny. Also,
it took Oden a minute to
going back to the chapter.
Because I'm not. Let me one more thing, because you misunderstood what I was playing. I was saying, since you're so smart, you're dumb.
You're right.
So when I meant to say he took him a minute, I said you made it seem like he got up immediately afterwards. I was like, no, it took him a minute.
Did I say stand up? I meant unconscious conscious.
Nah, bro. Comprehension needs to comprehend his words.
Bro,
sometimes.
You realize every time you do this shit where it's like, nah, it's not what you said, and I'm like, hey, in the comments, what did I say? And then they're always like, nah, it's what he said. You're wrong.
I bet. Then another one. I love getting beat down, right?
He's into it.
Durability is my feats, okay?
Is it like that scene in Konosuba where Darkness is getting hit by, like, fucking, like, coconuts in the boobs or whatever?
Yeah, just hit me.
No, it was cabbages. It was cabbages.
Oh,
No, I was trying to remember what it was, because it was some sort of, like, sentient, I think it was sentient flying cabbages, and they just kept hitting her in the boobs, and just like, oh!
I really want to... I want to watch Konosuba now. Thank you. Anyway, damn it, phone, stop getting away from the chapter. All right.
I wanted to discuss, again, I love that Oda does this. He gives, like, scrub background characters, like, some drip. Like, look at this fucking Kaido sniper. Like, he looking kind of... I like his little sniper goggle.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, look at this guy. And then he's... like, look at this guy that was just introduced just to, you know, get Shinobu in here.
I know. That's actually so funny. So, pretty quick chapter. Oda knew exactly what the fuck he was doing here. Like, he was just, all right, we're going to do this in one take. Now I'm just waiting for the people to complain, oh, why wasn't the fight longer? Oh, my God, Oda.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to watch King of Lightning's live reaction, if that's what you're saying.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it, bro.
Also, we do have to quickly talk about how Oden saved Shinobu. That was fucking genius.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're not one of my vassals. Are you trying to assassinate me? Get out of here.
Yeah, so I'm curious. So everything this seems like the calm of the storm. We see, like, back at home, they're like, oh, when father gets home, you know, blah 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 blah, and everyone else is just like, yeah, he's not coming home. He's not coming home. So, and then I'm gonna be real. Even in fucking bandages, they're looking badass as fuck. Look at them.
Fucking, especially Oden just leaning up against the bars. I was like, oh, I love that pose, man.
That drip, bro. Oden.
The drip. That's the new thing. That's the new thing for
Oden takes his L's with fucking grace, bro. He's like, yeah.
And it's barely even an L. Though. Like, the L gets diminished from an uppercase to a lowercase L when they trickery like that.
Bro, like, these niggas like, yeah, we lost, but what good. We made them work for it, though.
Yeah. We made them work for it, though.
So, yeah.
That's a great way to put it. Like, not only did we lose, not only did we make him work for it, but we're going to look cool as hell in this jail cell. Everyone get your pose.
Everyone get your pose. Oh, well, that's channel trailer worthy. Timestamp.
It's like when, you remember when fucking, like, one of my favorite jokes of all time in all of anime is when Zoro, Nami, and Vivi are, like, on the fucking wax shit that Mr. 3 is making. And then they're, like, getting covered in wax, and they're gonna, like, not be able to breathe and become wax statues. And then Zoro's like, well, if I'm gonna be a statue, I might as well have a cool pose. He just takes out his sword and holds it to the sky. And then Nami's just, like, terrified over there, and he's just like, Nami, you better get your cool pose. Do you want to die looking like that?
Oh, my
Zoro
God.
Understands. Zoro and Oden, birds of a feather. They understand the importance of a cool pose.
Oh, man, that's just dope.
Well,
that's it for me, man. Wow.
Yeah, so at this point, we just got to see how the Scabbards escape. We got to see them get sent forward in the future one more time. And I imagine there's at least one or two more secrets that Oda's been keeping from us. And then it's fucking time for Marineford 2.0. Oda's been hyping it like it's going to be Marineford 2.0. And in Marineford, go back and read that shit in the manga. He showed fights. You know, there was no skipping shit. So it's time. It's time to see these fights. I want them. I need them. I'm ready.
All right.
Predictions or peace?
Peace, man.